Well, I have to say, I get asked this question. We all get asked this question a lot. And what is it like working with Hideo Kojima? Oh, we have no idea.
It's true. That's absolutely true.
None of us ever worked with Hideo Kojima.
So I haven't just forgotten.
No, it didn't happen.
Yay!
So no, that was not on you. Yeah, no, he works on the Japanese game, and then it gets finished, or it gets halfway finished, and it gets sent to us, and then it's Chris Zimmerman Salter who directed every single English language version, and working with her was a gift and a delight, and she was just so brilliant, so dialed in, and she would know the story, and she'd know what's going on, and be able to guide us and tell us, help shape our characters. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Mr. Kojima is a genius, no question, and his games are astounding. I've met him 2-3 times, probably passed 8 words with him in my life. So I don't know. If you ever work with him, please let me know how it is.
Welcome to the main stage here at the Javits Center, home of New York Comic Con. This very space is where all of the magic happens all weekend long. We are bringing you so many great panels and videos, some of them hosted by me, your video producer and host Ashley Victoria Robinson, and some of them hosted by a slew of amazing talent. If you want to be able to make sure that even though you're not with us or you're catching up at home, you see everything that happened this year in 2025, head over to thepopverse.com. We've got memberships, we've got so much access to all the coolest stuff. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy your feature panel presentation.
All right, let's bring out our cast of Metal Gear Solid. First up, we have Octagon, Christopher Randolph. Next up, she plays Sniper Wolf, Tasia Valenza. Liquid Snake himself, Clarke. Emma Emmerich and Naomi Hunter, Jennifer Hale. And finally, Solid Snake himself, David Hayter!
Snake!
Hey, we kept you waiting, huh?
We were never going to let you get off that stage without saying that.
Love you.
He means it.
It's true.
So.
Buttons.
Buttons.
On your own jacket.
I'm going to warn you guys, this lot has been nothing but trouble, so please ask them some really tough questions, please. You got to watch out for these folks. So if you guys want to go ahead and start lining up behind one of our 2 microphones, we will get started. But I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions just to get the ball rolling. Very quickly, is this anybody's first New York Comic Con?
Yes.
It's my second.
It's everybody's first New York Comic Con.
Oh, wow.
How have you enjoyed it so far?
Loving it.
Amazing.
It's awesome.
And we have never been together at any show before.
Yes.
So
All of
this
us
is
together.
awesome for us to get to hang out and be as an ensemble for all y'all.
And
This
I'm
is a New
Yorker.
York Comic Con amazing feat to bring us all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasia and I are New Yorkers, but I've still never been to the con. I live in
No.
Brooklyn. It's
I'm a New Yorker, so it's bad to be back. Woo! Jersey's okay too.
Jersey, yeah.
We don't talk about Jersey. Really quickly, is there a line that your characters, that you guys performed as your characters, that has really stuck with you, that you feel like it just...
Snake!
I mean, yeah.
Like that.
Liquid! Snake.
Snake.
Thanks for coming, guys.
We've already peaked.
For me, and everyone always asks me to do it, but it's, do you think that love can bloom even on a battlefield? And it's so interesting because never in a million years would I have picked that line to be the one that sort of captivates everyone's imagination, but it really does. It's great. Yeah.
I'm very taken with the line of "Heroes set me free," because it's painful, but it's kind of a beautiful line.
And in a Russian accent, it's really...
Okay, hero, set me free.
Yeah, see? I mean, come on.
I guess my favorite line in the show would be, "Turtle power!" Sorry. No, it's
Wrong show.
That's a different, totally different.
Sorry.
Different franchise.
Oh my goodness. There's so many times it's Snake. Well, my favorite thing is actually a story that David tells. Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, sure. So
You tell it, darling.
So Metal Gear Solid 4, Snake had advanced aging. So he was 35, but he looked 70, and he was just aging rapidly. And Dr. Naomi here, who I've had nothing but trouble with, says, "Well, let me examine you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've fallen for that before." So the scene is I take off my sneaking suit, so I'm standing there naked, and her line is, "Oh, Snake." And so naturally in the booth, I'm like, hey. And she goes, "It's so shriveled." And that nearly ended up in the game because the Japanese engineers didn't know it was a joke. So so we had to be very careful what we would record.
Did that end up in?
No. I managed to avoid being shriveled Snake, but
I'm trying to get that edition of the game put together.
yeah, but it was pretty good. And as far as Metal Gear Solid goes, I really like, "You must be a real threat in the muktuk eating contest." You want to pull each other's ears? A weird bit of thing to say.
Weird dialogue's always the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we should go ahead and turn it over because we have several people lined up. So let's go ahead and start over here. Friend in the Donkey Kong suit.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lance, and I'm coming from New Jersey. This is a question. Go Jersey. This is a question directed to David. I recall I actually was at this event, but back in EVO of 2019, I'd say, there was an incident after the Tekken tournament where they used a voice line from Snake right after the tournament ended, and you didn't know until after it became viral, and a lot of people thought Snake would be in Tekken. Would you be able to tell us details about how you found out and what happened with that entire decouple?
Yeah, no, the debacle unfolded just as you said. It was it was somebody had gotten a cameo from me, and then they lifted my voice from the cameo, and then they put it over this promo for the next Tekken game, and then the entire world freaked out that Snake was going to be in Tekken, and it all started coming back to me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I'd love to be in Tekken, but I knew I wasn't. So then I found out that it was just somebody on the game dev team, lifted my voice and put it in there because he thought it'd be cool. And I'm like, but so then I tweeted, I was like, please don't do that. And I think I was meaner than that, but anyways, they retracted it and it was fine. But this is, you just have to be careful what you say about what Snake's going to do or what these big characters are going to do, because it just echoes around the world so fast,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just really quickly, kind of following up on that, has that kind of changed the way you approach Cameo? Would you be willing or unwilling to do Snake's voice for Cameos now?
I actually recently quit Cameo. I might go back, but I had done 4,500 cameos, and it was starting to drive me crazy. And and they come in, and you have 6 days to get them done. So I'd be at O'Hare Airport, like in the corner, like, this is Snake. I hear it's your birthday. And people are walking by, like, what's up with this guy?
He thinks he's Snake. Leave him alone.
I've done that too. I have recorded cameos in airport bathrooms, and it's so
that's what
weird.
he's saying.
Yeah, sure. That's what you were doing in the bathroom.
It's pretty weird.
But yeah, you got to be careful because they'll lift your voice. They'll make and they used to ask me to say some stuff, and I'm like, I am not saying that in a recording. And I tell you what it was, but we're recording, so.
Awesome. So let's go over here. We're not going to follow up that one. Friend, tell me your name, your question.
Hi, my name's Chris, and I'm from Long Island. First, I just want to say thank you all for coming here this weekend. And I have a question for Christopher Randolph. Yeah. We actually met Thursday, and I mentioned that the voice you do for Hal and Huey is distinctive in its own way. Obviously, Hal is nothing like his father, thankfully, but I was just curious, like, you mentioned you went into like some sort of mindset when you did Huey. I was just curious, like, what the process for that was.
Thanks, and I remember talking with you about this. Yeah, it's just a mental shift, really. I don't really manipulate my voice that much for Otacon. The first couple of games, he was pitched a little bit higher, but not much. And as he got older, I kind of brought it down to my normal voice. And Huey's voice is not all that different, but his mental attitude is different, and some of it is actually the lines that you're saying and the situation just changes the focus completely. But I remember, when I start out going back into a game, we have to sort of do a little bit of an adjustment. And with Huey, Chris Zimmerman, our amazing voice director, and I had a bit of a back and forth before we actually started recording, where it's like, all right. And every now and then in the recording of Huey, she would go, no, hang on, that's Hal. Back up, let's do it again. So it's a very subtle difference. And it's not anything I'm doing deliberately. Like if I try to talk like Snake, I'm manipulating my voice.
Me too.
But, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But for Huey and Hal, it's up here. It's like I'm a different person now. That's the clearest I can make it. I'm afraid it's not a great explanation, but.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You're right. That's not a great explanation.
Well,
Thanks a lot for sharing.
Well, how do you do it, Cam? When you're a turtle versus liquid.
Well, one's solid and one's liquid.
No, that's what it is. Yes, of course. That's true. Liquid.
All right, let's go over here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gonzalo, and I'm from Long Island. And thank you all for being here also. It's really amazing to have you all in the same place at once and being able to do this with everybody. It's really cool. My question was, and I'm going to date myself, so 27 years, right?
Pretty much.
If that was all I could date myself, I'd be very happy.
We're right there with you, Gonzalo.
Great. So, did you guys think it was going to be this big?
No, I didn't.
And what have you thought, like, over the years?
I can take a first stab at this. We get this question a lot, whether it's other games we've done, other cartoons, especially like this franchise or with Turtles. We get asked that a lot. And I think I can speak for a lot of us here. We were fortunate to be very working voice-over people. For me, this didn't exist. So there really isn't an answer to what was it like. It was a paycheck at the beginning, which is awesome. And you learn to, when you again fortunate enough to work often, you can leave the job at the job. And you're not going, oh, I hope this goes. Oh, I hope this turns into something. You go, I got a nice paycheck, but it's you guys and the conventions that really let us know the shelf life of so many of our titles that, like, as David will, share, because I can't remember, that we recorded this in the first time we recorded was in a house. So not even a studio. So you get the job of this villain guy. Okay, ka-ching, okay, goodbye.
Yeah. And that's to tag on to what you're saying. I've done games where, like this one, it was literally in a house. We had to stop when trucks went by. We had to stop for airplanes. We had to stop constantly. And it was just kind of wild and on the fly. But games were the Wild West back then. And I never thought about sales. I have been in the business. I was in the business since I was a teenager. And I've been in long enough to know you can record an entire project and somebody on the other side can go, no, and replace you. And you never end up in the final product. That happens not infrequently. It's kind of a thing you got to prepare yourself for. I've done games where they have spent insane amounts of money, flown us to other cities to do motion capture, steak dinners, fancy hotels. Game never came out. And then I've done games like this that was like a wild sort of crazy new thing, and tiny budget games that just blew up. You just don't know what's going to hit. And like Cam said, it's you guys, and you guys really have so much power. And you really, I can't tell you how much, I think we all appreciate you, because you're the other part of that circle that keeps it all going. Yeah.
You do shitty projects that are massive hits, and you do fabulous projects that never see the light of day. Yeah. So you go in and you go home.
We do our acting. We get a chance. We're all thespians. I don't know how many people out here are actors or any kind of artists. It's a tough life, right? You don't do it for the money. No. You do it because you love it. And when you're fortunate enough to make money, it's a gift. But when you're actually doing the work, that's really what we want. So for us to have any longevity, it's tremendous. It's a gift that we can't. It's like the gravy on top. So
my mom was a performer, and this is the glass half full, glass half empty. My mother would say, "What glass?" And as a lifelong performer, she said, I don't believe it's happening till I'm sitting in my living room and the closing credits come by and the show is over. Yes. Then I go, hey, that happened.
That's how I roll. And at the same time, there is actually a lesson to be taken from some of us who are really good at this. And I say this because I imagine this room is full of artists and creative people. And there's this whole wild cultural stereotype that if you're creative, you're not good at business and you're not good with money. And if you're a business person, you're not really creative. And that's all crap. Let me just tell you right now, it's a bunch of crap. You heard it from Snake. And so imagine for just a second what the world would be like if we start telling ourselves, no, I have value. And I stand for my value. Not with a chip on my shoulder at all, but I'm excited for you because you're about to get something cool. Let's do this together. And then we had that confidence, and then we educated ourselves about money, and we educated ourselves about things, and we share stuff with each other, and we uplift each other because there's plenty to go around. Let's live in that world, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Thank you. Let's head over here. It looks like somebody in cosplay. There's a light directly in my eye, so I can't really see.
No, you're good.
Go for it.
Hello, yes, my name is William. I live here in Brooklyn, New York. First things first, again, thank you for all the work they do for the entire cast. Again, from Snake, Amy Hunter, Liquid Snake, Sniper Wolf, Otacon, of course, I gotta give props to as well, to Gray Fox himself, Rob Paulson as well. Just in regards, again, shout out to that. And I guess my question is, it kind of led right into the last one, but as, again, a franchise being, over 30 plus years, it has become so grandiose. And of course, naturally, you got to give props to the creators of Hideo Kojima himself. So my question is, how is it when working with Kojima-san and Kojima Productions when making this, that first title of Metal Gear Solid?
Well, I have to say, I get asked this question. We all get asked this question a lot. And what is it like working with Hideo Kojima? Oh, we have no idea.
It's true. That's absolutely true.
None of us ever worked with Hideo Kojima.
So I haven't just forgotten.
No, it didn't happen.
Yay!
So no, that was not on you. Yeah, no, he works on the Japanese game, and then it gets finished, or it gets halfway finished, and it gets sent to us, and then it's Chris Zimmerman Salter who directed every single English language version. And working with her was a gift and a delight, and she was just so brilliant, so dialed in, and she would know the story, and she'd know what's going on, and be able to guide us and tell us, help shape our characters. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Mr. Kojima is a genius, no question, and his games are astounding. I've met him 2-3 times, probably past 8 words with him in my life. So I don't know. If you ever work with him, please let me know how it is.
I'll definitely pass on the words.
Yeah, please. Yeah, tell him I said hello.
And again, once again, thank you for all the work that you could do with the entire cast. Thank you very much.
We're going over here to another cosplayer. Friend, tell me your name and your question.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. So my name's Joel. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I have to say, it was lovely meeting y'all yesterday. You all were like so nice to talk to, and thank you so much. I just love all the work you guys do. You guys are just like really, really great. And yeah, and my question is, so if there was a live action movie for Metal Gear Solid 1, who would y'all want to play for each of your characters?
Me.
I'd like to play Snake. I don't think you're going to get any different.
This is something that confounds me about the on-camera world. The voice acting world is full of some of the most insane talent I've ever seen in my life. And they're all incredibly easy to get along with, almost to the letter, and like so great to work with. And it blows my mind that they consistently overlook this incredible pool of talent. So anybody out there who's an executive, anybody watching who's an executive, really?
Okay, I can't memorize anymore to save my life.
Cue cards, baby.
Oh!
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
Chris Evans.
I think the answer to your question is we would all like to play our roles that we've already voiced. But I mean, Jennifer's right. I was really gratified with The Last of Us, where they at least brought in the 2 leads to be guest stars in separate episodes, and they kicked ass. They were so good, and it's like, yeah, why? We get categorized in a way that is very difficult to overcome.
I think there's an opportunity out there because the entertainment landscape is changing a lot. People are taking things in hand. Big budget stuff is right now, if I'm not mistaken, getting harder and harder to put together at the moment. And I think
it used to be easy.
Okay, I get it. But there's a lot more space for indie creators and producers. I mean, I know right now I have a massive major director who's out financing his own project with a fantastic writer, and they're just taking it in hand. They picked an unknown guy to be the lead, and they're just making it because they want to for a couple million somewhere in the jungles of who knows where. And I think these opportunities to just use cool talent that's there, even though they're not names, exist as well, right alongside the kind of known pipelines that we're familiar with.
And I just want to add, I would physically stop anyone else from playing Solid Snake.
Yeah! Woo! As you should.
And if I couldn't, they deserve to play it.
I think the big thing is,
CQC.
I was going to say, the big thing is voice acting is acting. Yes. And you can't overlook that part of it. It's not just making funny voices.
Yeah. I started out as an on-camera actress. I don't know if anyone, all my children, fans, but you guys are too young. Woo! But I actually fell in love with voice acting mostly over a 6-year period because I was noticing that the limitations of what we look like on the on-camera world, where it's so much about that piece of it versus the acting, that I was starting to book all these great things as a voiceover actor, and I realized, wow, I want to do that art form because they're not telling me I'm too fat or too small or too dark or too light. And we all get that when you're on camera. So the beautiful thing about voice acting is whatever this beautiful instrument can do, you're free to do. So it doesn't mean we're any less acting. It's just that we get more of an opportunity to play parts that we would never be able to play on camera.
And we can go to the grocery store in peace.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha then. Oh, wait. Sorry, wait. Oh, gotcha then. Thank you so much, guys. This is like really great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over
Big
here
boss.
to this very scary-looking individual.
Howdy.
That's Big Boss.
My name is Andrew. I've lived in New York my entire life.
Woo!
It was an honor to meeting all of you earlier at the autograph line. This is more of a statement than a question, but are you guys aware of the blinking white guy meme? Like that meme with the gif of the guy blinking? All right. Basically, he played through every Metal Gear game and streamed it online with one of his coworkers for years. So it's one of my favorite things to watch occasionally is just playing through all the Metal Gear games with their commentary behind it. But I'm trying
That's
to think
cool.
of I really didn't have a question, but
Thanks for sharing.
A wonderful thing to share.
it would make more sense if you guys knew what that was. But
Who would play him in the live-action movie is what I want to know.
that would be funny. Let's see. What's some of your funniest con stories? Just meeting people at shows? Any weird stories about fans?
This guy told a story about a meme one time that we hadn't actually all seen.
We had no idea. We had no idea what he was talking about, and he had no follow-up. It was.
It was awesome.
I had one guy say, would you sign my leg? And I'm like, it's not my first time, sure. And so he took off his leg and he put it up on the table. And I was like, I didn't see that coming.
It would be improper if it was his arm.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Let's head over here.
All right. Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm representing New Jersey.
Woo!
So this is a question for David. Considering you played Snake in multiple games, I'm curious, which game are you the most proud of?
Oh, I'm proud of them all because they're all really unique and they're all, one and of themselves. But I think I'm proudest of the old Snake performance because I had to, because he was aging, and so I started him out. War has changed, and then by the end, he was falling apart, and his throat was torn to pieces, and so and we did it. We recorded it out of order, so I had to ask Chris, okay, what percentage of the game are we in here, so I could get steadily more desiccated. So I think that I'm proudest of that.
Okay, thank you.
I thought you were going to say you were proudest of Metal Gear 5. But
I was proud at all the rest I got while you guys made Metal Gear 5. And if you had any lemon juice you want to rub in that wound, that's
No, it's all right. That's okay.
I have some
that'd be great.
salt.
I was going to say, there's a catering area right over there. We can go get some salt.
That'd be great. It's totally fine.
Let's go over here.
Hey there, my name is Jesse. I'm, once again, another Jersey guy here.
Woo!
Given the fact that the Metal Gear Solid series is kind of seeing a resurgence recently, thanks to Metal Gear Solid Delta coming out just a few months ago. Great game, by the way. Play it if you haven't heard of it before. But now that the series has more of a renewed interest, and given that Konami is remaking other games from other franchises, if there was potentially going to be a remake...
Yes.
Great. Good job.
From your lips
Yes.
to
What he said.
The answer is yes.
It looks like the amount of money they're making, it's pretty much a great idea that they would consider it again. Let's just.
Well,
wouldn't it be awesome to see one with the new technology, almost like a movie?
yeah, and to that point, I mean, assuming you were going to ask what they assumed you were going to ask,
Right,
if we would come back. Delta, they just used the old voice tracks. We did a few cleanup lines and stuff like that. But for the first Metal Gear Solid, as Jen said, you can hear traffic in the back. If you put it on modern consoles, you could hear motorcycles going by in the background. You'd have to like say that Shadow Moses was right by the freeway. So it occurred to me the other day, we might have to re-record all of it. I'm not sure how they would do it otherwise. So anyway, I mean,
It'll
not
definitely
saying,
be
not saying
us.
that's happening, but hopefully we would all come back and do that.
And it's because of David that we all are here. He is the true hero of Metal Gear.
He is. Yes, he
So,
is.
somebody asked me, "What do you think it would be all of you again if they re-recorded it?" And I said, "If David has anything to say about it, it will." Do you guys all know that story? Tell the story, David, please.
Tell the story. I can't tell the story.
I'll tell a story.
All right, I'm just going to tell the story of why we're sitting here
Correct
today.
me if I'm wrong. You talking about when they made 2 and what Dave did for all of us?
When we remade number 1.
Twin Snakes.
Yes, which of course somebody asked me if I thought that I was going to be here, and I actually used a different name at the time, so I never thought I would be here. But
You go.
no, you go.
No, you, because I have a different
Well, what happened with me? Well, again, this was a job. We loved it. We got to act together, and one of the pivotal things about video games versus usually series, because I've been in both, and a lot of us have been in both. Video games, they tend to be one of us at a time in the booth, and it's very difficult to act as well. And we all got to act because it was in a house the first time, and that made the performances, again, a lot of what you saw. And in between the time the remake happened, David Hayter, wonderful actor, became also David Hayter, writer of X-Men. So if you didn't know that, that's another thing that's super cool about him. He is the writer of X-Men. And so his price went up a little bit when they said, we want to do this again with you. And David was like, and it's going to cost you this much money. And they said, okay, but we'll probably recast everybody else then. And David said, no, you won't. You're going to keep the people that were with us, and you could take it out of my paycheck to take care of them. And he is and was the reason we are all together and are forever grateful, because he's a heck of a nice guy on top of being a brilliant actor and writer.
He got
so
us all a
that's what
raise.
that loan was about. You asked me for.
So that's why we know that we'll be again, because he won't do it without us.
That's right. That's correct.
All boats rise together. This is the world we want to live in, right?
That's right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Good guy, David. Let's head over here to Tanjiro.
Not exactly Tanjiro, but anyways. My name is Camilo Diaz. I'm originally from Colombia, so I'm sorry for the accent and the terrible English.
Don't be sorry. It's a
Great accent.
Yeah.
Forgive us if we start falling into your lane, because it sounds so wonderful.
Thanks. I initially want to share that one of my favorite parts of the whole franchise is on the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2, which is the AI codec conversation. That, I mean, every time I play that part, it freaks me out. So I was wondering, I mean, it's pretty, most of the topics that that conversation holds is pretty relevant nowadays. So I was wondering if you guys have any thoughts on that. I mean, philosophically speaking, it's something that's super important nowadays. So just wondering if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, one of the brilliant things that Kojima-san does in each game is he does an incredible amount of research about where the world is going, militarily, from a technology standpoint, and all of that. And all the games, so Metal Gear Solid was about DNA manipulation and so on and so forth. And the second game was about AI. And he just knew where things were going. I mean, if you knew what AI was, you could sort of figure out where they were going. But he was so intuitive that he's talking about, you're not going to know what's reality, what's AI, and that's going to manipulate the course of the world. So yeah, it's pretty damn relevant, and it's just incredible that was 21 years ago or so. I don't know what to say about it beyond that, but holy crap, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Let's head over here.
Hey, my name is Nick. I'm from Connecticut. I was just wondering, for doing Metal Gear for, well, about 20 years now. Are there any lines that you would do differently, looking back and knowing the characters better now?
Oh God.
Yeah, well, I had this conversation with somebody just a little bit earlier, and you know, I as opposed to like specific lines, like I'm replaying Delta right now, and thank you. They sent it to me for free. I don't really need applause, you know. I'm like, I was like, oh, free game, you know. So some scenes I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? It's just so terrible. And then like scenes, like the really dramatic scenes with the boss and all that stuff, seem to work really well for me. And I was like, why is that? And I realized it's because when we did Metal Gear Solid, we could see the game. We could see what what the character was doing, how they moved, what the situation was, how far away they were from each other. When we did Metal Gear 2 and 3, we couldn't see anything. And we had like time codes that we needed to match to. So I can't see what Snake's doing. I can't see what his face looks like. I can't see what, you know, his expression, the movement, anything. And that's what was really bothering me about it. So it's just sort of some of the conversation scenes. I'm like, God, I wish I had been able to see what he was doing. And then when we did, so I said on Metal Gear 4, I was like, I need to see what the actor's doing, right? So send us the finished game, as if I had any control over that. But I had little control over it, so what they did was they were like, well, the game's not finished, so they sent us videos of the actors in the ping pong ball suits. And it was the Japanese actors, but when Snake climbs up onto a helicopter, I can go, you know, I can like move with the body and match the voice to the movement at least, and it makes it so much better. So yeah, there's a lot of things in 2 and 3 where I'm like, God, I wish if I had just been able to see what was happening, I'd have been more satisfied with the result.
You just described what I suffer with all the time. Besides the fact that I really suck at playing games, I hate watching anything back because most of the time we don't have Dave advocating for us. So 90% of the work that I do in games, I've done a few games.
Many, number one in the world record.
One or two.
No, but yay. But most of the time, we don't see the script ahead of time. We will see a line, and like Dave said earlier, we record out of sequence. We don't record along the story. We'll record part of this timeline. They're in the story. They're in the story. They're in the story, and we see the line now that everything's digital for like 2-3 seconds, and we just have to do it. And we get a bit of direction from the voice director, who is incredibly important, and we might do it anywhere from 2 to 4 times, and then it goes to market. And so when you watch it back, you don't have entire pieces of context about these details. It drives me nuts. That's why I don't like watching it. I could be so much better.
One thing I've come to do, and this has always been in the theater world a no-no, but I love it. Mm-hmm. Directors and stuff, there's this understanding that you're not to give what we call a line reading, which is telling the actor how to say it. Yeah. So they will dance around using synonyms and stuff. Well, try it a little more if you could. And I will say, can you give me a line reading?
Just do it.
Let me hear what you're hearing, because you know the script.
Yeah.
Am I going to mimic exactly them? No, but let's cut to the chase. Don't make me guess what you're after.
But sometimes
you give
I'll
me
say,
one.
yes, but what's in your head, or how you hear it, or what the writer might have intended, because they have more of the context, because you know that sentences are different. So it's actually quite helpful, and I always say, look, this is not
Because they will always go, I don't want to give you a line reading, but I'm going, please, please give me a line reading.
Right. And it's going to be different when you do it, because
Exactly.
you're you know.
But they have more context, which is why I was saying it's such a gift, because that was another thing, David. Didn't you say that going forward with every game, you wanted this all to do it as scenes?
Yeah, we did the first game as like a radio play. We had like 5 mics. We were all in the same room, and it was awesome. It just all brought the scenes to life. And so yeah, I'm really kind of bossy, I guess.
You are. Yes, you are.
No, you're a leader.
You're the boss.
You're
I may be
boss, baby.
the big boss.
Just look at his T-shirt. There
But
it is.
but you said you wanted that to
But I
continue.
said I had it put in my contract that we do it together, that all the games are done together. So yeah.
Which is
That's why you get the performances, because as actors, I don't know, again, if you're in a play, it's very different than when you're feeding off each other, right? The energy and when you watch a beautiful movie or an animated series. And in games, again, it's a testament to the great writers and the actors and the directors, but for this particular game to be able to do it in context and with the actors, and the writing is beautiful and it's cinematic, and that's why you guys are invested in it, right? Because it's much more than a shoot 'em up game, wouldn't you say?
Thank you.
Can I take a poll just to ask, like, out of this whole group, how many of you have played all the games? Is that yeah? How many of you played only one game? Nobody. Okay. All right. Very, very few. And so how many of you have played 3? So it's interesting. I'm just curious. Like I would think once people go, they usually go through the whole thing.
Yeah, interesting.
But that's interesting.
It takes time, though.
It does take time.
They have to work.
Yes,
We
that's
all
right.
have to work.
You have to make a living. Yeah. But I've been told many people, like sometimes they'll start with number 2 or 3 and then they'll go back and go to
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Folks, I think we have time for 2 more questions. So we're going to go for one from over here and one from over here. So I do apologize to everybody else in line, but let's hear your question.
I'm Jack. I'm from Rockland, New York, so all the way across the bridge.
Woo!
And I guess my question is, if you guys had to pick a favorite character outside of the ones that you guys play, what would it be?
In this game,
In the games, or even video games in general.
I want to be Snake.
Well, I have a lot of favorites, but my very favorite is Otacon. He's my ride or die. So.
I appreciate that. Well, you know, just
better
like
say Snake.
Of course I want to
I'll
play
frickin'
Snake.
kill
Who
you.
doesn't want to play Snake? Anyone who
I
plays the
don't.
game, you get to play Snake.
I'm perfectly
Of course.
happy
Snake.
as me.
Snake is by far.
I was just kidding.
Snake is by far what would be my favorite character. But then, like Otacon, me personally, I'm a little in love with Sniper Wolf still.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'd love to play Snake, but Sniper Wolf is cool because I've died many times in different games and on camera, but I've never had a 20-minute death. So actors like to chew the furniture, and it's like, one more thing before I go. Whoo! You know, so yeah. I mean, if I'd like to die and then be reborn like in a soap opera for 2, 3, 4, and 5, but if I had to do it again, I would do Sniper Wolf if I couldn't do Snake.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go over here.
I guess save the best for last, I guess, or unless he's going next. Or anyway,
Oh, you're next.
You're
Jim representing Westchester. And also, I guess you called me the admin of Voice Artist Spotlight. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but so my question is, like, you know, when I played the first game, I noticed it's like, man, these people are good, like Jimmy Flinders and Carrie Learning, and you know, there's like all these people names I didn't recognize. So, you know, like as the years go by, I'm like, oh, you guys had to use different names for, you know, obvious reasons, but I just thought, like, you know, by the second game, you start to go under your real, you know, credits or your real names. I'm just curious to wonder, you know, like, did you ever thought, like, the first game, like, broke through or was, like, a trailblazer for, like, video game voice acting? Or, yeah, like, what was your thoughts?
Should I explain this?
I'll explain it very briefly.
Yeah, I know, it's a little sensitive of
Had
the
to do with
union,
the legal
but
setup of the whole
yeah.
thing, and
Yeah,
they were able to set it up in a way the second time where we could just fully be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me, I was like, I'm the star of the game. I'm using my real name.
Yeah.
And then when we all came back, and I had fought for them to come back, I'm like, guys, put your real name on this. This is very big.
I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, we had the same thing, you know, but this was where you have to remember, we did this game, 27, 30 years ago, right? And so when we found out they've said that we're going to do it again for GameCube, I was like, oh, is this, he said, this is a huge game. And I was like, really? Because we didn't have social media to tell us, and if we didn't play games, you just didn't know. And he said, yeah, because you have to check it out. And then eventually on YouTube, I got to see some of the games. So it was really something we had no idea, but it was because of him. At the time, he said, yeah, these games are making millions and millions of dollars now. People are playing them. And he said, it's going to only get bigger and bigger. And that was still, what, like 20 years ago, you said?
Yeah, we didn't have the internet, but we had PlayStation Magazine, and I kept seeing myself. I'd be in the airport, and I'd be like, that's me. So I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
I think I knew we'd arrived when someone sent to me, I had recorded a version of I Will Survive, the disco song.
Woo! I love that.
As a sultry kind of, sexy ballad kind of thing, and they had taken footage of Liquid. And they'd cut stuff so that my arm so go on now, go, walk out the door. And there's Liquid just doing, you're not welcome anymore. And it's all the scenes between brother and me.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
And I went, I guess this is a hit.
And ironically, Liquid did not survive.
Hey!
You became an enchanted elbow.
Snake! But Liquid!
I remember. Just real quick, it's a funny story. It's like, so when I saw it was Jimmy Flinders as Liquid Snake in the first game, and then I saw it was Clarke as Liquid Snake in the second game. I'm like, why'd they replace him? What happened? But I'm glad it was the same guy. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Time for one more? We have time for one more?
Yeah, we got time for one more.
Hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Camilo. I come from Queens, New York. Very nearby. This is gonna go pretty fast. I don't want to take up too much time. I didn't know you guys were here at all.
Wow.
You can imagine how upset I was about that. So, yesterday when I found out, it was too late, and you guys are basically sold out, and I couldn't sign up for an autograph or for a picture or whatever the case may be.
Oh, we're here.
From what I saw, at least. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
we're here the rest of the day. I don't know that
Come-
we'll be here
come
tomorrow.
visit us at the table.
But come see us
Okay.
today. We're around.
But I just want to see, I'm reaching here. I have 2 hours of sleep on me because I'm moving at the moment. And when I found out, I had to go to my new apartment because I want to show you guys how much this series means to me. I have my shirt on.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
My favorite one is Peace Walker, and I love Paz. Let that be known, but I love Liquid too. You're my guy. And so this is a reach, but what I have here is a very special version of Metal Gear 3 on 3DS. I grew up with this version.
Nice.
It has a very close feeling to my heart, and I just wanted to know, I don't know if David is still sold out or not, but if I can get your autograph on this, it would mean the world to me.
We are not sold out.
Yeah, you can't. You just come to the table. There's.
All right.
We're gonna be back.
That's fine.
Shortly, and
Yes.
we're happy to do it. Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Can we fit this guy in?
We can squeeze one more in.
My name's Rich. I'm from New York, where the Big Show incident happened. But,
The Hudson
I'm just
River.
kind of like one of the things that keeps on recurring is how did the solid snake method of conversation come about?
The solid snake method of conversation.
Is there a solid snake method of
Yeah,
conversation?
he tends to just repeat the last few words that.
It's good for
an
people
acting
without social
exercise.
skills. So
Yeah, I think that's just
the writing.
Kojima-san saying this is an important thing. So my character is the player character, and he's like he wants the player to know it. So, but it comes off like Snake is deaf or an idiot.
Did you just say what I think you said?
Deaf or an idiot? That's yeah. That's pretty much how Snake talks to people. You know, if
Well, it
Otacon was
works.
talking about stealth camouflage, I'd be like, stealth camouflage, and it's like, Yeah, what don't you get about that? Like, it's in the name, man.
Those are two simple words.
Right? Right?
Olga
So,
He's practicing active listening. He's trying to be present in the conversation.
Active listening.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna ask, do you just do that at home? Like sneak into David, just be like, well, we're having what for dinner?
Right. I think all the wives would appreciate it. Did you hear what I said? Did I hear what you said? Yes. Do you agree? Do I agree? Yeah. Yes. All will
Stop
be
my
well.
right hand.
All will be well.
Folks, can we give it up one more time for the cast of Metal Gear Solid?